just an amateur. You can try as hard as you can, but you can't handle us. I'm waiting at the pit and signing autographs. I'm always in first place, you always in the back. For me, I'm all pro, and you're just an amateur. You can try as hard as you can, but you can't handle us. I'm waiting at the pit and signing autographs. I'm always in first place, you always in the back. For me, I'm all pro.
APW faithful, welcome to another exciting edition of All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. JJ PURDOM alongside Shane STOLI.
We've got a fantastic show here today. Sheik Khan Abadi sending out an open challenge after those two big losses to Adam Thornstowe. Sheik looking to make up some ground here in the All Pro Wrestling title contention picture, sending out an open challenge to anybody to come out and try and take the best of Sheik Khan Abadi.
We've got a huge six-man tag team match. Dos Perfectos, the APW, VPW Unified Tag Team Champions, and James Watkins taking on Shane Wild West, Matt Carlos, and Vennis DeMarco.
There's so much bad blood between all six men. It's definitely going to boil over in the ring today. We're going down to Donovan Troy. He's going to talk a little bit about the Hardcore 100 here.
And also, thank the Hardcore 100, who've been great supporters of All Pro Wrestling. And as a matter of fact, if you guys did not get the memo outside, we have a special for you guys for the Hardcore 100. The t-shirts are 2 for $15. If you are a member. If you're not a member, they're $10 each. Levi, this is not the first, but now the second time you've interrupted my opening. You're not signed. You're not an APW wrestler.
Whoa, Donovan Troy, you're saying I don't deserve to be here once again, just like last month? No, see, you know what, to the APW, many of you may not know, but I signed a very prestigious contract this morning, and it was with a certain individual that said he was going to take me higher in the ranks than anybody has ever been before. And you know what, maybe we should bring him out right now, just to let all you puny people know who he is.
Now, who exactly signed a contract to Levi Shapiro, the unorthodox Jew?
Here he is, people, the greatest mind in professional wrestling, Matthew Thornstowe.
Matt Thornstowe signing Levi Shapiro to a contract. Well, he's definitely proven his worth as a manager with Perry Von Vicious in that Young Lions Cup tournament in 2011.
Now a round of applause for Levi Shapiro! Levi Shapiro, let me be the first to say this. Welcome to the All-Stars. Yeah, I know, it feels great. It feels great. It feels good to be the All-Star. Now, you did sign this contract with me this morning. You are now an official member of the All Pro Wrestling roster. And to celebrate the occasion, I have personally handed Commissioner Blackwell an open contract to wrestle anybody in the building today to show the incredible talent of one Levi Shapiro. And now that you're under the All-Star banner, you are guaranteed a victory here today, my friend.
Strong words from Matthew Thornstowe, JJ.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Levi Shapiro making a huge mistake signing up with Matthew Thornstowe. And of course, the commissioner, Larry Blackwell.
Makes his way to ringside. He's got that contract. Should be interesting to see what he's got to say here.
I have in my hand a signed contract by Matthew Thornstowe and Levi Shapiro for a match this evening. I found you an opponent. I have another signature on this contract. Making his All Pro Wrestling debut, J.R. Kratos.
Shane, this is absolutely huge. I have heard so many positive things about J.R. Kratos. This guy is a monster. I can't believe that APW has got him to come here to the garage.
We're not even halfway through the year yet, and we've had some pretty big additions to the talent roster here at All Pro Wrestling. But without a doubt, this one changes the landscape in a big, big way.
Pretty big is a term that this man is used to hearing. That J.R. Kratos is an amazingly gifted young man. he just brings intensity to the ring each time. And APW has scored a major coup. Good job on Larry Blackwell, our commissioner.
Matt Thial in panic mode in the ring earlier, trying to was not prepared for somebody the status of JR Kratos to come out here and step into the ring against Levi Shapiro in his first match.
Shapiro probably having second thoughts on signing that contract with Matthew Thial now.
So,
of course, our official Toby Reynolds for the opening contest. And it goes right in and gets shoved off from the collar and elbow.
this match wasn't scheduled, but we've got a fantastic opening contest.
Oh, just drives him down with that clothesline, and another one. This is just not evenly matched between JR Kratos and Levi Shapiro as far as size goes.
Size and speed. JR Kratos is a surprisingly agile individual for somebody so big.
And another clothesline and just leveling the unorthodox Jew. And Matthew Thiel on the outside just looks beside himself.
JR Kratos just laying into Levi Shapiro with everything he's got. Got him up, holding him up with one arm.
A little flex to show the crowd, the APW faithful, what he's made of. And I think it might be stone, at least part stone.
JR Kratos, without a doubt, an impressive individual. You got to think that if it had been somebody like a Mikey J or a Shane West, Levi Shapiro might have stood a chance. But with JR Kratos, no chance for Levi Shapiro at the All-Stars today.
An impressive suplex, and JR Kratos just kind of taking his time. An Irish whip by Levi Shapiro.
Throws him mercilessly into the corner. Comes running in.
Oh, big avalanche splash.
Laying Levi Shapiro, just leaving him absolutely dumbfounded.
Military press, and he picks him up like a sack of potatoes. Oh, just kind of pressing him over his head. What an impressive young man is this JR Kratos.
And just drops him like a bad habit right on his face. JR Kratos showing his size and strength here in the ring. Comes off.
Matthew Thiel putting his hands on JR Kratos, and that was a mistake.
JR Kratos looking very... Oh! Levi Shapiro taking out the knee.
Clipping him from behind, and now Levi Shapiro going right to work on JR Kratos. This might be his opportunity, Shane.
Absolutely. Of course, it's got to be difficult to have a game plan with an open contract. Of course, you know, we've got one later on as the Sheik is set open that open challenge. But here, Levi Shapiro, I mean, how do you prepare for a match with an open contract? It's got to be impossible.
You know, the last time that we saw Levi Shapiro out here in the APW gym, Dylan Drake answered his call. And you know what happened there, Shane.
Absolutely. Dylan Drake stepped up to the challenge. Of course, Levi Shapiro thought he was going to have a much easier time of it now that Matthew Thiel's in his corner, but JR Kratos just took those hopes and flushed them right down the toilet.
And you see Levi Shapiro again. You've got to love the aggression that this young man has been showing as of late here in the garage. Ever since his return after an absence, he has come back much more full of fire and right now totally in control and dominating JR Kratos. Absolutely, and the thing is it's probably one of the smartest things that Levi Shapiro could have done, signing up with the likes of Matthew Thiel. I mean, we talked about it earlier. Signs his first client, and in the first showing with his client Perry Von Vicious, won the Young Lions Cup tournament. And don't forget the 2012 Young Lions Cup tournament is coming up soon, and
those blows having no effect on JR Kratos whatsoever.
Oh, he is absolutely hulking up right now, is JR Kratos.
Levi off the ropes.
Oh, man! Look at the agility, Shane. I can't believe what we just saw.
Amazing spinning kick by JR Kratos. Absolutely levels Levi Shapiro. Now Matt Thiel up on the side of the ring like a big old Christmas tree.
This young stud got an incredible height off of that. And Matthew Thiel is just begging him to just throw the match.
Levi winding up for that discus lariat, but JR Kratos comes off.
Oh, speared him.
Spear. Big spear, levels, Levi 2, 3.
That's all she wrote for Levi Shapiro. JR Kratos picks up the victory.
By pinfall in 3 minutes and 57 seconds, JR Kratos.
For those keeping home score at home, that's Levi Shapiro 0-2 for his open challenge. Maybe Matt Thiel will think a little bit more about that before he goes and issues an open challenge like that for his clients.
JR Kratos completely impressive in his debut here at All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. We're going to take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Bootcamp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Bootcamp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include the Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
APW faithful, I am Stephen Lawrence, and welcome to this week's News Break. It's just been announced, next week's main event for APW Gym Wars will be a best 2 out of 3 falls match for the Worldwide Internet Championship, as the champion, wrestling personified Rick Luxury, defends against Will Rude. Let's take a look back right now at the history that's led to this championship match.
birthday. Yeah, I got this man right here, my daddy in the crowd. And I came here tonight to bring that up. So you two punk sissies, get your punk ass back in this ring and act like the man was going.
was me. It's been pointed out, yes, there was one more match, but there was no specification that it was for the internet title.
Next week, Rick Luxury is 2 out of 3 falls, Rick. So that means there's no more running, there's no more hiding. There's going to be a winner, Rick. You see, Rick, you say, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Well, Rick, 2 out of 3 falls, baby. And it's going to be shame on you. And I guarantee you, there's going to be a new worldwide internet champion.
5, 4.
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396 or visit us at www.allprowrestling.net.
APW faithful, we are back at Gym Wars, and we've got Sheik Khan Abadi and that open challenge, Shane.
This is going to be interesting to say the least. After that first open challenge, JR Kratos makes his debut. Now Sheik Khan Abadi has got an open challenge to try and restake his claim in the All-Pro Wrestling title picture.
APW Gym Wars is so exciting at all times, and I just completely am impressed with this young man, Sheik Khan Abadi. He is really, his career is taking off, and especially right here at All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Without a doubt, he's one of my favorites to watch. Always entertaining, always got the fans behind him.
So crazy to me that this young man is so popular the way he is, but it's because he's so full of heart and he's such a tremendous wrestler.
Absolutely. His size is not a factor in his matches, and the fans just love to cheer a guy like Sheik Khan Abadi. They look at him as the underdog, but I got to say, with the skills and the talent that the Sheik has acquired traveling throughout the world, I don't consider him an underdog at all.
Absolutely not. He had a couple of the series of matches with the Rock Legend scum Adam Thornstowe were really wrestling clinics right here at the APW garage.
Absolutely. Sheik Khan Abadi, just one of the most incredible stars on the All Pro Wrestling roster. Every single match is definitely worth checking out every opportunity you get.
The APW roster is really getting richer and deeper every day with new additions like that young man. And of course, you can't forget his open challenge. Who is it that... hey, the wise guy.
Making his way to the ring first from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 185 pounds, making his APW debut, the wise guy.
Fans not quite sure what to make of him, JJ.
The wise guy is a very accomplished young man. He's been wrestling all over Northern California and Central California, and now making his debut at All Pro Wrestling. He's a very impressive wrestler.
Fans, we got to go to commercial. We'll be back with this fantastic matchup in just a moment.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
And we're back at APW Gym Wars. Sheik Khan Abadi taking on the debuting Wise Guy. Toby Reynolds, our referee, Shane.
This should be interesting. I haven't seen a lot of the Wise Guy. I've seen 1 or 2 matches. Really haven't seen him get a chance to shine, get in there and show what he's made of. But today against Sheik Khan Abadi, I think he's going to be tested like no other.
Absolutely. I've seen quite a bit of footage of the Wise Guy. I've been able to see him in person several times at several different organizations throughout California. He's been a wonderful tag team wrestler and now making the transition into singles. And here at APW, the competition is so stiff that to earn a spot on the roster, you really have to do a fantastic job.
And Wise Guy, very living up to his name, making a very smart move, coming to All Pro Wrestling because he knows when it comes to getting exposure on a national level, when it comes to being able to wrestle the best of the best in Northern California, no place, absolutely no place tops All Pro Wrestling.
Sheik staying on top of the Wise Guy in the early moment, in the early goings, and trying to get a pinfall right away. Wise Guy with a wrist lock right now on Sheik Khan Abadi. Sheik Khan Abadi, of course, from Oakland, Iran. I couldn't find that on the map, Shane. I don't know if you could, but I did look.
I never really thought to check, actually. Now Sheik with another top hand wrist lock of his own, wearing out the Wise Guy.
Oh, just using his arm as a weapon, just pulling it, and you know what? You can dislocate a shoulder like that very easily.
Absolutely. Switching it up into an armbar here, now firing the Wise Guy off. Reversal.
Up and over goes Sheik Khan Abadi. Oh, and a nice leapfrog. And then Sheik, look at that, agility. Goes for a kick, nobody home. Duck under a clothesline. These guys testing each other. Drop kick, that catches him right in the face.
Sheik Khan Abadi holds multiple championships all throughout California, has traveled all around the world, wrestled in Florida, Nevada, all throughout Northern and Southern California. Whenever somebody wants to hold a show and make sure that the fans go home happy, they book Sheik Khan Abadi.
Absolutely. Goes for the scoop slam and then drives that knee right across the throat and couldn't hold Wise Guy down for a 3. And follows it up with a forearm shot. Sheik Khan Abadi staying on top of Wise Guy. These guys are no strangers. They've been in the ring, but I believe this is probably their first singles encounter against each other.
Comes off with a big face wash boot to the face in the corner. Sheik Khan Abadi in clear control. The Wise Guy in a bad way, rolling him over. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. That was kind of a sloppy cover there on the part of the Sheik because he pulled Wise Guy's weight in such a direction that it made it easy for him to kick out, JJ.
Well, you know, it's one thing is it's so hard when you issue an open challenge like this. When anybody can accept, it's hard to prepare, to be mentally ready, and to know there's so many different varying factors when you're going against somebody and you're not ready for your opponent.
Sheik coming off. Oh! Wise Guy cuts him off.
And Wise Guy off the ropes. Oh, and just with that neck breaker, and look at that, he just folded him. Wise Guy feeling the effects of his arm being worked over earlier. Goes for the cover, grapevine at 2 count only.
Nice strong pin there by Wise Guy. Rolling the Sheik up, holding the weight of his legs up over his chest. Now going for the big suplex here.
Oh, and just snaps him over. The APW faithful don't know what to make of this Wise Guy.
They're still not sure whether or not he's somebody that they're into, but only time will tell. You've got the APW crowd is a tough crowd to win over, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and now driving that knee right to the lower back of Sheik Khan Abadi, and then locking on with that chin lock right now. Toby Reynolds in a perfect position.
That chin lock is definitely wearing out the shoulders and neck of Sheik Khan Abadi and taking away a lot of that aerial offense of the Sheik.
And right there, he released his hands. We're getting broke off with the elbows to the gut. Oh, and nicely done with that drop kick in midair. Sheik Khan Abadi was like an air collision right now with the Wise Guy. Wise Guy with the cover.
2 count only. Sheik has definitely got to know that if he doesn't pick up a win here, it can only mean bad things in the title hunt. everybody here at All Pro Wrestling, that is the main goal. That just, you got to know that at the end of the day, no matter what's going on, no matter what personal feelings may come up, at the end of the day, a win is going to catapult you up in the title rankings.
Nice standing moonsault. I mean, you've got to see the agility of this man. Goes for the cover. And again, only a 2 count.
Absolutely incredibly agile. It's very impressive so far.
I don't think that the Sheik Khan Abadi is going to be beat that easily after the crazy wars that he had inside the APW gym with, or excuse me, the APW garage with Adam Thornstowe. He has got to get a victory.
Now he's got the Wise Guy has got the reverse chinlock in on Sheik Khan Abadi. Sheik Khan Abadi trying to fight back to a vertical base, fighting in with those big lefts and rights. Now vicious chops to the chest of Wise Guy.
Sheik Khan Abadi on fire. Irish whip to Wise Guy. And here comes cut. Oh no.
Cut off again.
He ate a boot right now, and Wise Guy off the ropes. Oh, a spinning wheel kick.
Sheik Khan Abadi just a little bit quicker in that exchange. Trying to get the fans behind him. Ducks the clothesline. Comes up.
Hurricane Rana by Sheik Khan Abadi. Khan Abadi is just amazing, Shane.
Launches the Wise Guy out to the floor.
Oh, this is dangerous territory.
Sheik climbing the ladder.
Here we go. Oh, and then over the salt. Oh, wait. He caught him. Hurricane Rana. He caught him in midair and he turned it into a Hurricane Rana, Shane.
A little bit of a struggle there. Wise Guy looking to use that strength to his advantage. But Sheik Khan Abadi able to fight through and get him over with that Hurricane Rana.
He utilized his body weight and leverage to get him over in that Hurricane Rana. And you hear the APW faithful
firmly behind Sheik in this match. Wise Guy in a bad way here. He's got to do something to get back into this match quicker. He's going to be in a lot of trouble.
This is action you're not going to see anywhere else. Only APW brings it to you like this, folks.
Sheik getting ready to come back in.
Goes for the senton over the ropes, and Wise Guy out of the way. Here he goes.
Ducks the clothesline. Oh!
Dragon suplex with a bridge. 2. Oh, how did he get out of that, Shane?
So close. Oh! Sheik holds on to the full Nelson. Wise Guy.
He couldn't lock his fingers right now, Shane. The back elbow's able to break the hold.
The arm's just a little bit too big on the Wise Guy. Oh!
With a rocker dropper.
Look at the incredible height that Wise Guy was able to get on that rocker dropper. Taking Sheik out, goes with the group 2.
Oh, grapevine the leg and got himself a 2
so
count.
Close.
Wise Guy, very impressive in his debut, Shane.
Sheik in dire straits here. Wise Guy definitely showing me a lot of good stuff here.
Absolutely, as he pulls him back up to lateral base, and he's calling for the end. Off the ropes. Oh, nobody home.
Goes with a diving leg drop, and Sheik just had him scouted there.
Did not time that right, did the Wise Guy. And a kick to the breadbasket.
Sheik's got it locked in. Shia Crescent.
The Shia Crescent from Sheik Khan Abadi, and that had to be all she wrote. The Wise Guy in his debut loses to that man, Sheik Khan Abadi.
And the winner by pinfall in 7 minutes and 33 seconds, Sheik Khan Abadi.
After 2 big losses to Adam Thornstowe, Sheik Khan Abadi redeems himself in an open challenge accepted by the Wise Guy, but the Wise Guy coming up just a little bit short.
Sheik Khan Abadi climbing the ladder here at APW, back up towards title contention. Impressive in his victory over the Wise Guy. Will we see the Wise Guy again, Shane? I think so.
I think after a showing like that, it's a for sure thing that the Wise Guy will be in an APW ring sooner rather than later. Sheik Khan Abadi celebrating out here with the fans, letting them know how much he appreciates their support. Fans always behind Sheik Khan Abadi. Fans, we got to take another commercial break, but we'll be right back with that big 6-man tag team main event in just a few.
Welcome back to the newsroom. We still have this week's main event coming up. 6-man tag team action as a team of Vennis DeMarco, Shane Wild West, and Out of Control Matt Carlos take on the unified tag team champions, Dos Perfectos, and their teammate James Watkins. Let's hear from both teams now.
APW Gym Wars, here we are. You got the Wild One Shane West, the Italian Superman Vennis DeMarco, and myself, Out of Control Matt Carlos. And Vennis, I want to thank you for filling in for me. I couldn't make it last week, I was injured, but you guys, I couldn't find anything more fitting than us joining forces and having that 6-man with Dos Perfectos and the man you've had trouble with, James Watkins.
I totally agree with that, Matt, and I'm glad your arm is feeling so much better, because one thing that we have an advantage of Dos Perfectos is they always underestimate us.
That's right.
Those APW Vendetta Pro tag titles are coming home. I know you got something to say, Venice.
James Watkins, you want another shot at me? That's just fine. I would love to get another shot at you. Today, Dos Perfectos, James Watkins, you got Wild Shane West to deal with. You got Out of Control Matt Carlos to deal with. You got Vennis DeMarco to deal with. It's going to be a bad day for you three. Hey!
Don't test the West.
Guys, I just want to start by congratulating the phenomenal tag team of Matt Carlos and Shane West for their victory over the Carnival of Shadows. I mean, we beat them months ago.
Yeah.
But just, that's a fantastic achievement for you guys. But you didn't do it on your own, did you? You needed Vennis DeMarco to step in and help you out. Really? Vennis? I don't even know what to say, Jesse.
Gente. I mean, really? This isn't fabulous 3 words. It can't be 3. It can only be 2. Los dos perfectos. You guys are a joke. You will never, ever sniff these belts, ever.
You know, I don't even care about the tag team championship. I don't care about the tag teams at all. All I care about is to get my hands on Vennis DeMarco one more time. Vennis, I'm going to snap you this time.
Hey!
APW fans, this is turning out to be an exciting main event. Make sure to stay tuned to APW Gym Wars.
5, 4.
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396 or visit us at www.allprowrestling.net.
This match has a 30-minute time limit.
It is main event time here on Gym Wars. We got a fantastic 6-man matchup here as the tag team champions Dos Perfectos team up with James Watkins to take on the team of Shane West, Matt Carlos, and Vennis DeMarco.
It was just last week that Vennis DeMarco and Shane West formed a kind of a different tag team when Matt Carlos was out, and they got a victory. So tonight, can they do it again along with Matt Carlos?
Matt Carlos and Shane West gunning for those tag titles, but so far Dos Perfectos have been able to hold them off, but a win here could maybe move them up in contention for those tag titles.
And stuff has really been heating up with James Watkins and Vennis DeMarco.
Making their way to the ring first at a combined weight of 640 pounds, the team of James Watkins and the APW Vendetta Pro Unified Tag Team Champions, Greg Hernandez and Jesse Jimenez. They are Dos Perfectos.
The APW VPW Unified Tag Champions, Dos Perfectos and James Watkins.
James Watkins, a vicious man in the ring, and Dos Perfectos, very cunning tag team, holding on to those tag team titles over a couple big wins. They beat AJ Kirsch and Eric Watch just a few months ago. That's a big win in anybody's book.
Absolutely. They've got their work cut out for them today in this 6-man main event here on APW Gym Wars.
It's going to be a fantastic showing for this team right here, Matt Carlos, Shane West, and Vennis DeMarco.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 563 pounds, the team of Vennis DeMarco, Shane Wild West, and Out of Control, Matt Carlos.
This is a fantastic tag team right here. Vennis DeMarco, a multi-time tag team champion. Matt Carlos, former worldwide internet champion. But on the other side, you've got the current tag champs and a former multi-time universal heavyweight champion.
Things have absolutely been heating up between Vennis DeMarco and James Watkins, and I just can't wait to see them get it on today in the APW Gym Wars ring.
That's right. They haven't been able to keep their nose out of each other's business for quite some time. Of course, Vennis DeMarco taking the beatdown at the hands of Rick Luxury in that Italian punishment match. Afterwards, James Watkins comes out to dish out a little bit more punishment, but Vennis DeMarco gets a little bit of comeuppance just a short while later when James Watkins and Boyce LeGrand had that big street fight.
Right.
Absolutely. Comes out and just leveled James Watkins with one of the most vicious chair shots I've seen in quite a long time. I mean, his bell's still got to be ringing from that shot.
And now the referee has
checking everything.
Oh, hey, wait a second.
Dos Perfectos jump starting this match.
The tag champ's just going right to work right now.
Oh, Greg Hernandez on the outside misses a super kick on Matt Carlos.
Oh, Jesse Hernandez gets knocked down by Shane Wild West and Vennis DeMarco with double teams.
Vennis DeMarco going right after James Watkins, but James Watkins making a hasty exit.
He wants no part of him. Greg Hernandez back in the ring, and he is getting right hands from everybody.
Being battered from pillar to post. Shane West, Vennis DeMarco, Matt Carlos, all firing off with big right hands.
Oh, drop kicks from Shane West and Matt Carlos.
Vennis DeMarco celebrating, perhaps a bit prematurely, as there hasn't a pinfall yet.
And the referee trying to restore order and get one man in here. We can't have all three of you start at the same time.
These are standard six-man tag rules. No tornado rules in this match. Although, it would be interesting to see a tornado match between these six guys, I gotta tell you.
Well, it was almost going to start out that way a moment ago. It looks like Matt Carlos, out of control. Matt Carlos and Jesse Jimenez is starting off.
Getting ready to lock up here.
Collar elbow tie up, and one half of the tag team champions, excuse me, the unified tag team champions in control. A nice kip up right now.
Matt Carlos fighting out of that wrist lock into a wrist lock, an armbar of his own. Goes into the corner and gets the tag from Shane West.
And Shane Wild West with a right hand right across the shoulder, double Irish whip.
Jimenez fired off, big double back elbow. Goes for the quick pin, 1, 2.
West almost getting the victory right there.
Goes right into that front face lock, taking him into the corner.
And the headband comes off of Jesse Jimenez. I don't know, is that kind of like when Jerry Lawler takes his strap off that he's going to really get mad?
I think what happened there was Shane West hit him so hard that the headband flew off.
That might have happened too. All right,
monkey flip. Monkey flip by Shane West. You know, Shane West is agile as a cat. Little small, but you know what? He makes up for it in heart and passion in the ring.
Look at that lightning quick tags. This is a really cohesive unit. Is out of control Matt Carlos and Shane Wild West. And Carlos with the cover. 1.
Kick out by Jesse Jimenez. Matt Carlos looking to put him away quick, trying to secure another shot at those tag titles. Dos Perfectos have said that they're not giving him another shot, so I mean, the only way they're going to do it is, I guess, beat a rematch out of them.
Well, they have refused to give a rematch for the titles, but really it's up to the championship committees at both All Pro Wrestling and Vendetta Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely. Of course, those tag titles defended on a regular basis up and down California.
Absolutely. Irish whip from Vennis DeMarco, and Jesse Jimenez he just basically ate an elbow right now.
The All Pro Wrestling tag titles have a fantastic history behind them with teams like the West Side Players 2000, 2 count only for Vennis DeMarco. Of course, Vennis DeMarco, a part of the Italian Mafia, the All Pro Rangers. So many great teams have held those titles in the past. Ego, one of the greatest tag teams in the history of All Pro Wrestling, featuring AJ Kirsch, Nate Rules, and of course, John LaRocca, head of the championship committee now.
Absolutely, and a drop kick right to the face.
Tag made by Jimenez, bringing in James Watkins.
Our first opportunity to see Watkins legal in the ring, and just a clubbing forearm shot. And now look at that, just viciously following it up with stomping on the back and neck of Shane West.
You know, Watkins had been out of All Pro Wrestling for quite some time. He was suspended indefinitely for the number of wrestlers and students that he hurt in the ring and during training. So now that he's finally made his way back to an All Pro Wrestling ring and has caused no amount of trouble ever since he stepped back in between those ropes.
APW has absolutely been put on notice ever since he returned to All Pro Wrestling. And collar and elbow tie-up, Vennis DeMarco in there.
It's got Greg Hernandez in the corner, firing in with that big shoulder block. Of course, James Watkins didn't want any part of Vennis DeMarco after all the bad blood between those two.
Snapmare takeover, and he follows it up by rolling through. And now goes for the cover, great bite of the leg, 1, and gets himself only a 1 count.
Looks like Vennis DeMarco's leaning up a little bit here too, looking thinner than he has in the previous few months.
Oh, suplex in the ring.
West and Matt Carlos cutting off James Watkins and Jesse Jimenez. Now double drop kick to the face
of Hernandez by Carlos and West, and Vennis DeMarco, the legal man. Hey,
Watkins sneak in with a Russian leg sweep.
And that could have been the difference maker.
Throwing Vennis DeMarco right off of his game. Momentum shift big time in the favor of Dos Perfectos at James Watkins.
And a tag and James Watkins.
Well, now Watkins comes back in.
And now legally able to tussle with Vennis DeMarco.
Goes for that modified camel clutch there. Not really going for the submission, just trying to add a little bit of insult to injury.
I don't think he's so much worried about winning as hurting him. Hey, look at that. Vennis DeMarco pummeling James Watkins with those rights and lefts.
Big backdrop by Watkins sends DeMarco flying hard into the mat. 1, 2.
Gets himself a 2 count. That shows the strength. Vennis is no small man. James Watkins is a very impressive man.
Without a doubt, James Watkins is a fantastic powerhouse. He's very slow and methodical in the ring. He's always coming out there with a game plan and has a couple of Universal Heavyweight titles to show for being so well thought out.
Back suplex by Jesse Jimenez. Goes for the cover. 2. Gets a 2 count on arguably one of the greatest tag wrestlers of all time. Vennis DeMarco is our version of Arn Anderson or beautiful Bobby Eaton as far as tag wrestling goes.
Absolutely a fantastic tag team mastermind. Vennis DeMarco recently struck out on his own after a failed attempt at a partnership with Larry Blackwell at the initial formation of the All-Stars.
And Greg Hernandez now picking up Vennis DeMarco. Oh, and a backbreaker right across the knee. Hernandez.
What's he going for here?
Oh, drives that knee right across the throat of Vennis DeMarco. Goes for the cover. 2, and a save by Shane West.
And I think that was Matt Carlos coming in to make the save there, actually. Oh, front face lock again, cutting Vennis DeMarco off from making the tag to his partners. Brings in James Watkins again. James Watkins has been playing it pretty smart. He knows how angry Vennis DeMarco gets when they're in there together. So he's picking and choosing his spots when to get in there with Vennis DeMarco.
Watkins just leveling DeMarco with that back elbow. Now going for the cover. 2, and gets himself a 2 count. Watkins has been so impressive in each time that he's gotten in legally here at the APW Gym Wars program.
You know, Watkins is very familiar with tag team wrestling as well. He's a founding member of the Blackout Army with members like the likes of Super Dragon, Larry Blackwell, cheerleader Melissa was in there for a while, and then forming Above the Law with Robert Thompson, perhaps one of the most feared teams in all pro wrestling.
Oh, DeMarco just leveling Watkins. And this is the opportunity. DeMarco's got to make the tag chain.
Watkins thought he had him there and turned his back for 1 second. And just like that, Vennis DeMarco turns it around, reaching desperately for that tag. Not sure if he's going to be able to get there in time. Vennis DeMarco pretty close.
Shane West, and a tag.
Matt Carlos in, and
Carlos takes him down with a clothesline, and then a
Watkins
drop kick.
back in.
Back elbow to Watkins by Matt Carlos. He is absolutely out of control.
House of Fire, Matt Carlos, but here comes Greg Hernandez, cut off by Shane West. Getting ready to dump him to the outside as well.
Hernandez to the outside, now Shane West and Matt Carlos. Here we go, off the ropes.
Dos Perfectos on the outside.
Oh, that was perfect.
Double plancha by West and Carlos, taking out the unified tag team champions, Dos Perfectos.
Those young men are willing to put their bodies on the line to get a victory.
James Watkins stalking DeMarco. DeMarco still in a bad way there on the apron. Oh, DeMarco playing possum, fighting back.
House of Fire is Vennis DeMarco. Oh, he winds it up and just takes down James Watkins.
DeMarco knew that James Watkins could not resist the chance to get in a couple more cheap shots and lured him in.
Suplexes him over and pancakes him down. Vennis DeMarco, is he going to go for a cover?
Interesting version of the Falcon Arrow there. Now Vennis DeMarco,
with an ace crusher by Greg Hernandez.
Switches the tide back in the favor of the tag champs. Blockbuster by Shane West, taking out Jesse Jimenez coming into the ring, going for I've never seen that before. What
Absolutely impressive.
Now, Matt Carlos coming in, ducks the spinning heel kick, hits a mule kick of his own, followed by that big spinning heel
Enziguri
kick.
right at the back of the head. And now up and over.
Goes for the Union landing, hits it. Jesse Jimenez is out. 1, 2, 3.
And Matt Carlos picks up the victory for his team. Absolutely insane.
And the winners by pinfall in 9 minutes and 36 seconds, the team of Vennis DeMarco, Shane Wild West, and out of control, Matt Carlos.
Shane, what a crazy main event here at APW Gym Wars. Just like APW always brings you the very best in pro wrestling action.
A huge win for Matt Carlos, Shane West, and Vennis DeMarco in this 6-man match. You got to think, like we said earlier, this helps the case of Matt Carlos and Shane West in getting a rematch against Dos Perfectos for those All-Pro Wrestling, Vendetta Pro Wrestling Unified Tag Team titles.
And it's not over between Vennis DeMarco and James Watkins. I think things are really just starting to heat up.
Not by a long shot. Vennis DeMarco still wants a piece of James Watkins, and James Watkins seems to be more than happy to return the favor.
Thank you so much for joining us here at APW Gym Wars. It's been our pleasure. For JJ PURDOM and Shane STOLI, we'll see you next time here at All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.